Alright YouTubers, what is happening? We're doing another knife video today, and we are looking at a Massdrop knife. This is the Dogtooth, collaboration with Massdrop and Brad Zinker. You can definitely see the Zinker influences on this knife. Now, most of Zinker's designs have only been available as customs. Here's your pouch it comes in, and your cool little cloth with the BZ logo. Most of these have only been available as customs or by Boker. Boker did a lot of the Zinker models. So it's kind of cool to see someone else do these. This is made by We Knives, which is a very common denominator among Massdrop. The Terzula, made by We Knives, and the Primordial. And this wasn't a Massdrop, but this is also made by We Knives. We has kind of been the go-to for knife makers to get their designs out there if they're going to have them made overseas. I would say more so even than the Riot knives. Riot is typically used by quite a few higher-end makers, I guess you'd say, but a lot of makers are going towards We, I think just because they're a little bit more affordable. And these are pretty affordable knives. This one was about 150, 160, I believe. S35 titanium. This is all PVD coated then stonewash, so it's got a stonewash PVD finish, which is actually pretty cool. Wharncliffe blade with a compound grind on that. I got this. I've actually had it for a couple weeks, I think, and haven't done a video on it. When I first got it, I didn't love it, and so I put it aside and I was going to sell it. But I decided, along with this Quiet Carry Chase that I got, that I wasn't a huge fan of at first. I decided, I'm going to give it more of a try just to make sure, kind of reaffirm my first opinion. And the knife has actually grown on me quite a bit. It's a well-made folder for sure. I like how lightweight it is. It's that Wharncliffe blade is nice. But my one thing when I first got my first impression of the knife was it was kind of not very ergonomic in the handle. It's just kind of a straight, kind of a teardrop style handle, and it for some reason just didn't feel great in my hand. It didn't feel like uncomfortable or hot. It didn't have like hot spots or anything. It just didn't feel good. Didn't like wow me with its ergonomics like the Primordial did. That just fits so nicely in the hand. It feels so good. Same with the Terzula. That one was one that I got in my hand. I was like, ooh yeah, that feels nice. But this one didn't do that for me, and I almost gave up on it. So I decided to carry it and such and get more time with it and do a review on it. So here we are. It's got a nice deep carry clip. I do like that. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't create any hot spots. I like the lightning holes in the knife. The knife is pretty lightweight for its size. Let's get out this little scale since my other one's been failing me. You're weighing it at 2.25 ounces, so very lightweight for its size. It is bigger than a small Sabenza, for example, but weighs less. And a lot of that is done by these lightning holes in the titanium. So it's not much bigger. It's probably 3 1/4 inch blade. I think that's what the Primordial is, right? Yeah, so they're very, very similar in size, these two, as far as the blade length and overall handle length on that. Just to give you a general idea. Same with the Terzula. I believe this one is 3 1/4 inches, right around there. Yeah, good size. I really like that size for EDC. I don't like to go terribly too much bigger than that typically. There's the bug out. Very, very similar. Also around that same size. And then the 940 should be a titch bigger. Yeah, the 940 is actually kind of a longer, bigger knife. I've never felt like it is because it's slim. But so yeah, speaking of slim, this one's also pretty slim. I think you're well under that 1/2 inch mark in the handle. Let's just verify that though. Yeah, you're actually under 0.4. You're 0.39 inches. So slim in the handle, which actually could have something to do with the ergonomics not being fantastic. Your blade stock is going to come in 0.119, so a little bit, not bad, not too thick. And you're gonna have differing measurements behind the edge because of the different grinds, but it is super thin, 0.018 up here, and then you have back in this compound grind here, you have 0.036. Oh no, sorry, 0.024. That would really, no, it thickens up back there actually quite a bit, 0.025. Your blade stock's pretty thin, 0.117 like I mentioned. I already measured that. And your tip is going to be, it's Wharncliffe style blade, So it's going to have a really fine tip, but it's not going to be the strongest point of the knife for sure. Curious how thick it is down here. On your stock, your .031 inch. Yeah, you're pretty thin, so it's got a delicate tip for sure. It's very pointy, stabby. It does have some nice jimping up here that works well. Handle-wise is, like I said, about 4 1/4 inches or less on the handle. Fills my hand pretty well as far as its size. But like I said, it just doesn't, it's not like a bad feeling. It's like, oh, this is uncomfortable, but it's not, it just doesn't feel like really good. It's kind of an in-between. Deep carry clip, I'm not really going to just demonstrate it because you can see how deep it's going to carry. It's going to carry very, very deep. It does have a steel lock bar insert here and some jimping on the frame lock to assist with disengaging. I like that feature quite a bit. The one downfall is, as you can see here, is that it kind of sticks out further than this area here, which I believe is, it's on purpose, part of the design. And it works well to disengage the lock, but you kind of feel that in the handle when you're holding the knife. So it's something to think about. Very nitpicky small thing though, so I wouldn't worry about it. It's on bearings, nice and smooth, as you would expect from WE and their bearing knives. It's got a good detent, nice flipping action, and it is pretty smooth. So overall, a pretty good knife. Another well-executed design by WE Knives, and another good one by Massdrop to bring to the masses. Not a lot of people can get a Zinker unless you're getting Boker. This is way, way higher quality than Boker, by the way. Any of the Zinkers I've had from Boker have been okay, but not great sometimes. And the WE Knives have always impressed me as far as their manufacturing. So it's another, it's no surprise that a lot of makers are switching to them for their OEM for these designs. So, and Massdrop's collaborating quite a bit with them as well. So this came in like a stonewashed titanium finish and this black PVD stonewash finish, and then the, I believe, blue anodized finish. One thing I would have liked to seen on this black one is black hardware. Why not? Like, why not black out the PVD of the hardware and, give it the same finish as the knife, so it's all kind of blacked out. It's kind of strange that they didn't do that to me. I would have liked to have seen that. They basically just use the same hardware in all the knives, which I get from a cost perspective, but at the same time, it would have been nice to see the stonewashed PVD finish on the hardware. That would have been really cool. So something that I've changed about it. And like I said, the handle design is okay. It feels okay in the hand. It doesn't feel great, but it also doesn't feel bad. It's just kind of in the middle. So price point on this is about right for what you're getting. S35 titanium bearings. Seems about normal. Very similar in price to the Terzula, the Terzula was, but this isn't titanium. You have titanium liners, but not all titanium. And then the Primordial was quite a bit more expensive, but you had carbon fiber, you had M390 blade steel, a little bit, more finishing and detail work on it. So, but overall, a pretty good design by Zinker and Brad Zinker and Massdrop, the Dogtooth. Let me know your thoughts on the Dogtooth, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.